Hello everybody, welcome back to the Lightning Gaming channel. Destroy Ninja here, up at the Peak of Innocence, really late in chapter 6. So upon finding this shrine, you basically run up this hill, straight up here. Just having a bit of a look around. We're actually looking for a rock where son Wukong was defeated by the Titans earlier on in the game and smashed down into the earth and became this rock. So enter this rock here. You'll then go through to another portal with a boat ride. I'll be back for the main boss, which is absolutely epic of the whole game, to sort of give you a couple tips on how to beat him.
You're here.
We're here.
Step aboard.
Hey, old monkey. I hope this isn't a one-way trip, is it?
Isn't all life a one-way trip? Once you embark on the journey, there's no turning back.
What is this place?
His memories. Since his early days, he'd had an eye for the finer things, and a will to wrest them from others. Laying his eyes on, then craving to seize their riches. No better than the black bear and ginger, I say.
You can't have an eye for the finer things, while the Buddha oversees the three realms? Well, I hardly think that's fair.
How insatiable. Not content with his kingdom and title below, he asked for a position in the celestial court. But soon after his wish was granted, his joy turned to rage, all because he wasn't invited to a feast. He nearly ruined the entire celestial palace. Ears fume at unfavorable. Here, we can venture forth with you no further. This task is yours alone. Sun Wukong left behind a broken shell, stripped of all his six senses. Though ages have passed, it maintains a connection attuned to the echoes of his former self. If you truly are the one destined, you must cast aside his soulless shell and merge the six into one. Then, you shall be the one to begin the journey anew.
No! Not on his own! He's just a kid who knows nothing. I'll go with him!
This place is shaped by Wukong's lingering obsession. It allows only his relic bearer to face the final ordeal. We can escort him no more. See it for yourself.
Hear me, son! You can always run! You don't have to bear Wukong's name!
So guys, we're up against the stone monkey. He's not easy. He's quite a large health bar, so when you hit him it doesn't seem to do a lot. So here he is over here. I click L3 on him to obviously target him so that I can get him in my sights. So trying to get behind him and wail on him with square while using all the different abilities I can. So I use my spirit there with R2 and L2. The particular one I have on at the moment, I'll show you at the end of the game. It sort of actually specs up my attack and that sort of thing, that reduces my mana bar. So the reason I'm running that is because I use up these 3 spells at the start and that's all I need. Then I'll run the 4th one here, which is called Spellbinder. So basically I'm just getting him down to 3 bars there before I enter Spellbinder mode. You need to be careful you don't get hit by him when you enter it, otherwise you can end up sort of getting hit and you lose the ability to do it for quite a while, which can sort of affect your run progress. So also try and dodge away from all of that stuff that he throws at you there. So it's absolutely ridiculous, some of it. So as you see, dodging back, barely any health. I've healed that bit. Okay, I've got a full focus bar build up underneath me there. As you see, it's yellow shining with another full bar. That means it's basically going to be a massive big triangle button when I hit him with it. So I'm trying to stay alive while getting that into position to do that. I want to make sure that obviously hits, because as you see I've gone to the 4th bar now, so that does even more. So that's exactly what I'm building up with the Spellbinder spell, which does more attack naturally. It's like, feels like double the attack almost. So I'm actually able to do staggering amounts of damage to the Stone Monkey's health with this particular build. So this is one of my favourite end game boss builds, okay, just for the simple reason it gives you the ability to play as Monkey Kong with increased attack, and you can still roll around and hit him and that and stay away from him and use your medicine and all that. You're not having to rely on other spells to carry you through. So I get to heal that, which allows me to have enough health just to finish this Stone Monkey. I wouldn't mind running 1 more health on him, but I think he's actually going to transform into a bigger monkey in a second if I'm not careful, if I remember. So let's see, I just hit him gently there 1 more time and then he begins the transformation. So it's like he's going Super Saiyan or something. So it was a stone monkey, now he's erupted out of these rocks into this larger monkey, which is pretty cool. So my guy has got all the outfit from chapter 6 on now, so he's got the best gear, it's got really good stats on it, defense and attack. That's the main thing I look at. But at the moment I'm actually trying to dodge those shockwaves that he launches. So once he comes back at level 2, he's a little bit stronger than before. It's all about analysing his movement patterns and trying not to get owned by them, so that you gouge down there in the bottom, the bottom left hand corner there, doesn't get too consumed throughout the battle. You want to sort of drink it slowly so you get maximum amount of time out of it. You don't want to be getting smashed and drinking it all early or anything like that. It's more of a time thing. You've got 2 big phases here of this boss, and he isn't easy. As you've seen, he nearly killed me with that 1 hit. So I do have a full bar of health spec'd in as well under the stat points that we apply. So keep that in mind. I probably would recommend that on these bosses, as well as max stamina, to make sure you can hit with maximum energy and efficiency the whole time. So as you see, doing pretty well with the health formation here. Slowly getting the health bar down is critical on this particular enemy with this build. As you've seen, I wailed him down the first sort of Stone Monkey, now it's the second Stone Monkey, and he comes in with these crushing ice attacks. So the best thing you can do is, as you see him there, dodge out of the way. Hopefully he doesn't knock you, because if he doesn't, it gives you more time to wail on him in between his next attack. So that's exactly my sort of strategy with him, is overwhelming him to the point he can't actually react. So also building up that focus bar and holding triangle down to hit him hard. So this one spawned right in front of me, which gave me the opportunity to bash him with square, which is light attack, which builds up my focus bars down there quite considerably. As you can see, each hit I do on him, it builds it up a little bit. So I'm still aiming to try and get my 4 circles built up, so that way I can hit him with maximum power and do as much damage as I can to him. As you see, 2 circles built up from avoiding the damage, rolling in and out, and hitting him sort of when he's a little bit busy. Seems to be the go here. So when he gets 2 of himself out, that's when it can be hectic. But as you see, that's sort of how you manage it. You come in with your big triangle button on one of them, that seems to get rid of him, and you're back onto the guy that you've already been wailing on and nearly killed. So yeah, trying to finish one of them off is pretty tricky, because when one gets low, as you've seen, they try and interrupt. But you can always change target or do a double attack on him where you hit 2 at once with your stick and that, and you know, you can get through it pretty easily if you think about it. You just got to time it well and have enough health and enough gourd left to survive, because he's got one more stage after the twin monkeys come out. He's still the stone monkey going crazy again, so he goes even crazier if you look at this. He's blown up the whole ice field with fire this time, and now he's turning everything into fire, so you've really got to spec for as much health and stamina as you can into those bars, among many other things. So at the moment he's using ice, but he does use fire as well, so you stay away from the puddle of ice underneath you and attack him when you can. So with that one, I ran in, got a bit confident, he picked me up by the hair and just started wailing on me. I thought that was quite cute of the big guy, so rolling around trying to stay away from getting grabbed again while actually hitting him now, as you see. So rolling a little bit and hitting hard. So with this particular spellbinder spell on, that sort of made Stone Monkey a lot easier for me. I found with the other sort of heaps of monkeys and that, they weren't doing a whole lot for me personally. But that's sick how he just hammers that stone monkey who challenged him. But as you see, I think the stone monkey's not done. So that is epic, isn't it? Hey. Our young Wukong's grown strong enough to hold Stone Monkey there. Okay, we've summoned a whole army of other monkeys around us at this point. Sick! All the monkeys are coming in and hitting him as hard as they can. Even though I ran Spellbinder, it still allowed me to do that in the cutscene. That's awesome. So when you activate Spellbinder, you're not allowed to use any other spells, but it looks like they're back. So that's good. I actually thought he was done for a little while, I really did, when I first got here. And then I realised he's gotten even stronger, way stronger. So pretty much I took the strategy that I used last time and put it into full effect again this time. So same thing, we're going to use up all of our spells we can, except for Spellbinder, which is R2 and Square. Once we activate that, we can't use any of the others anymore for the rest of this segment. So once you activate it, it sort of wants to be the last spell that you use because of that, because you can't use any more then. So I ideally like to use, as I said earlier, the R2 circle, the R2 L3 and the R2 and L2 buttons on the PlayStation control. So that's the spirit, that's also the vessel, as well as the red tides, or this one's actually called Golden Lightning. I picked this one up from a separate different boss. This one I thought did a little bit better on him than red tides personally, is if you press square and triangle together you can actually interrupt his attacks, and it actually, when doing that, you build up one of them focus points that I've spoken about so heavily throughout these strategy guides on destroying these bosses. So as you see, I've got one from doing a parry on him while hitting him, which is pretty cool, but I've got no health left, so I'm going to use it early this time. Let's get it out of the way. So you hold triangle down to use it, then he comes in and wails on him. So that's a big heavy attack there. So rolling away, I know he's going to not like that. I've done quite a damaging bar to the Great Sage's broken shell already there. So at the moment I see I've really got to step up my game if I want to get him. I've used the R2 and L3 fan now. Okay, with the L2 and R2 spirit in the middle. This one actually is the one that I had on earlier in the last section too that I spoke about. So this particular start is probably the best one you can find in the game up until this point here too. I do show you everything at the end, so I'll go into it in more detail then on the actual stats and all that. But at the moment, the best thing you can do is roll around, perfectly time those dodges, so that way he misses, then you take advantage of the opportunity you get to either heal or hit him harder. Okay, so hitting him hard is obviously what I want to be doing to build up more focus points. So then I can hold triangle down and give him one last hit here. So as I see, he's gotten low, he's pulling out that stuff there. I'm sort of dodging that, perfectly timing them where I can, or I'm basically dead. So as you can see, he hit me with a couple of them there and they sting. So I do have a 3-bar build up, which is tempting, but now it's 4-bar. I think I'll definitely... Oh, I got him early. I didn't have to use it, so I'll probably have that. Oh, sick. Probably one of the best cutscenes I've seen in a game. The graphics are insane. So the two monkeys look pretty evenly matched in this particular video here, even though one's a lot larger than the other one. It seems when you're out there fighting, you're like, I'm actually like, whoa, he's massive, you know, dodging around. So he's trying to suck all of the particular buffs that we have out of the 6 relics that we've collected, which are the armor. So he takes them away from us in this section, which is where Spellbinder, the spell, is really good for this particular section. If you haven't used it before, now might be the time to give it a go. If you haven't before, because the simple thing is you don't get any buffs from your armor, so you're going to have to, well, that's what he's sort of done, is he's taken away the buffs. As you can see there, we're sort of not, we look like we've been hit by the Emperor out of Star Wars or something over here, you know, so it's not too good for us. So we're going to try and get back at him here and actually get a win, because we're sick of seeing that cutscene where he actually wins. So at the moment I've formulated this particular strategy. I've got the 4 focus points built up and I've held triangle and wailed on him. Now that was quite a bar of health. So this is his 2nd time he comes out here now, as you can see. Actually his 4th time if you count the stone monkeys 2 times. Maybe even the 5th time if you count the twins. But he's back again and he's wailed on me there, knocked me down and kicked my staff at me. So I've got up, healed up, back into business. Okay, I've already used everything I've got on him in the way of spells, and I've used the R2 and square button at the end here, so that way I don't have to worry about anything other than doing damage to him. So at the moment it's all about dodging, keeping an eye on his attack path so you can dodge out of the way if you can. As you see, he pulls out some rubbish which makes it hard to dodge, but dodging that particular hit there could have saved my life, I reckon, as Wukong, because that was a pretty big hit and I was already quite damaged. So if he hits me now, I'm basically dead. So fortunately I got in a bit of a good dodge there, which left him sort of missing, which gave me an opportunity to come in and hit him with my focused attack build up there by holding triangle, and I've done another little bar on him. It's all about doing lots of little bars out up to the Great Sage's broken shell being broken. So that's actually what we're trying to do at the moment, is break the shell, because he's quite strong, as you can see. The way that this particular enemy levels up is not pretty, it's not nice, it's very nasty, and it stings. So as you can see, that is a whooping. So try and dodge that. As you can see, Wukong dodges it pretty good, like at this level. I've got him mainly upgraded, all of his stamina and that, so he's running, doesn't use much, and he can roll a bit further first time. All that adds up in this. So basically just rolling around and trying to dodge him with Spellbinder on. As you can see there, that one hit him and sort of stunned him, so when he turns into a rock I wouldn't recommend hitting him. If his next hit grabs you, he does a lot of damage, so I just avoid hitting him when he turns stone, and then just sort of, when you play him a lot, you notice that he does this series of strikes quite regularly. So as you see, it is a smasher of a hit, and he does a lot of large hits on you that you get better and better at dodging the more that you sort of hit him. So as you see, another big focus attack on him. That one thumped him right on the head. So pretty proud of my young Wukong. He's really leveled up throughout this series. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and have a look at all the other content that we've got up on this game and other games at the moment. it looks pretty poppin', and we've killed most of the big bosses if you're struggling with those, and found some secrets along the way in different areas. So please do stay tuned to future content. We keep dropping the goods on all the hits and that, so you know how it is as we get around and try and hit this guy and drop him one last time here. So I think this might be him finally going down if I can crack him. So as you can see, I've got quite a bit of gourd left. I'm pretty much loving that. I've used my gourd to heal up, and I'm running in. Okay, I've got my triangle button, build up my focus. I've hit him hard. It's rocked him. It's definitely rocked him. He's not happy to just see that attack. That came straight at where I was before I dodged. So just keep up the dodge. Okay, let's just see. It looks a little bit like the last attack, only more powered up. So the lower his health seems to get, the more crazy he goes. So I don't have too much problem with the fire and that. I have a problem here though, where he takes your gourd. This is your medicine. He takes it, he drinks it all on you. That's just nice of him, isn't it? Look at, he drank all my gourd. Let's see, is there any left in here for me? Because, like, we got a big battle going on here and you just drank my medicine. As I've got him real low, and there's one sip left. I must have just had enough that there's one sip left down there. So, oh, he's hit me hard there. Okay, I'm looking down there, I'm thinking, gee, he's low. I've hit him with my triangle and missed. Oh no, he's used his on me and got me. So he's pretty powerful. He's flying in on this cloud step, trying to get me at the moment. Hitting hard. I've managed to dodge that and get a little combo on him. I'm trying to build up my focus bar. I realised he might need one more triangle or a heap of squares to knock him down. So I'm trying to stay away from his overpowered attacks at this point, because each one seems to sting a lot if he gets you. Like this one here, it seems like he spits swords at you from the sky or something, and then comes in with a massive staff hit to try and drop you. So you've got to dodge all of that really, wail on him and get out of there before the next combo hits. So he hit me a little bit there. I don't have any health left to take, so it's me versus him till the end here. So we've both got a little bit of health left. He's probably got less than me and I've got him. So that's the trophy there, a Duel of Destiny. That is the final clash of the game completed, and that is how I'd recommend doing it. Okay, there is a bit of a movie. I'm not going to spoil it for you by talking over the whole thing. So enjoy. Thanks for viewing.
You must have heard tales about him. Some say he helped Tung Monk fetch the scriptures, was granted Buddhahood, and stayed on Mount Lingshan thereafter. Some say it was not him who was granted Buddhahood. The real him was already dead on the journey to the west. Some say that the journey never happened. He is nothing but a monkey who lives in some storyteller's tall tale. But now, you will hear a tale which no one has ever known.